Hello, everyone. This is Gordon, or you may have seen by the websites and everything else is Gorilla Gordon's kind of a nickname I came up with. And I've started this journey today on May 1st, uh, largely because I think it needs to be done. Uh, and and I had a friend of mine. I had a little scare in my life, which I'm going to come to in just a minute here. And he talked to me about this program using Beachbody and try to keep me motivated. But we'll come to that in just a moment. But here's what's going on. My name is Gordon. I'm definitely college educated. Graduated bachelor's and also 100 pounds estimated overweight. Um, I went into my doctor's appointment and they told me basically you're pre diabetic and you need to lose roughly 100 pounds. Now you're about 6'1", 6'2", but you're weighing 305 pounds. And even though it doesn't look like it, you're huge. You're totally huge on that. And truth be known is there's no one else really to blame but me. Partially is my job where I'm a little sedentary. I'm sitting all the time, and I've been doing jobs very similar to that for the longest time, and that's unfortunate. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but that's something I have to contend with. And then, um, uh, knowing I went to school because I was working on my master's degree, and then I go there and I sit some more. And I even went to law school for a bit. And again, I would either sit at home or go elsewhere and sit and sit and sit and sit. The doctor basically told me, um, "You have a choice here. You need to lose 100 pounds. So either you're gonna lose the 100 pounds, or you're gonna lose the 100 pounds when we cut off your leg." That's that's a little scary. You know, and I thought about that because it's kind of just a bam right in your face. It's like, what are you playing here? You're joking, right? And the doctor says, no, you're seriously overweight. Your blood pressure, I have high blood pressure. Um, that's up. You just need to lose weight. You need to lose weight. It'll probably solve 90% of your other physical conditions. So I started this journey thinking, well, if I'm going to lose weight, I might as well make a journey out of this and document everything I've done on that. But when the doctor says you need to lose 100 pounds, that's a lot. Even for a year, if you play it 12 months down the road, that's a lot. And then you need to factor in the other things such as loose skin, which you can't just drop it and lose weight like that because it's a gradual thing. That means you have to be disciplined in what nutrition you eat and gradually work out and lose it slowly. And wow, and that takes a long time, probably even longer than a year. But it's coming down to a health point of view that if you don't, we're just going to do it another way when your blood basically seizes up. And we have to cut it off to save your life. Which not unfortunately there's some people that have to gone through that and I'm hoping not to be one of them. um so I'm trying to document what's happening here. Plus I've dabbled with the internet for a very long time, but I've never really tried to gone out there and say, okay, here's a real issue that I'm having. And and what I'm doing is not only I've got a Instagram, Facebook, and just try to chronological what I'm doing. Right now, I talked to some of my friends. I've read some books, and I'm kind of easing away because I'm completely out of shape. Let's be real. Um, I need to kind of ease into it a little bit. That means with better nutrition, walking. I tried doing size. I tried doing P90X. I tried doing Sanity with the jumping, And that's all good. You can tell it works because it's the one thing I came to Beachbody is they said it works if you do it. You can't make fun of that. If you don't do it, it doesn't work. Um, and it's like those old saying goes: if you want to win, you got to throw the dice. You got to see what happens and let things roll as they go. And that's what I'm facing right at this moment in time is letting things roll, but adjusting my lifestyle. So right now I'm focusing on nutrition, but I thought to myself, well, on this journey, I might as well learn other things because this is going to be a life changing experience. That, for example, it's not just learning how to eat healthy, but it's why not learn how to cook better? And then why not learn how to properly cook? And that way you don't have to go and buy the premium stuff. Because I've had cookbooks for certain things, but I never got a general basic, up until recently, a general basic start here. This is how you learn to cook. But also, I have other cookbooks that talks about like how to cook but low fat and lean and what you do. But then I got another cookbook because I got a great deal on it. It's not even a cookbook, it's tools in the kitchen. And I remember looking at all the kitchen applications, all the cooking shows. There was only one guy I can say that ever said anything about equipment, and that was Gordon Ramsay. On that, I know Sam Gordon, but he said is that the most dangerous thing in the kitchen is a dull knife, which is true. Because if the knife can't cut, one of these days you're going to force it to cut and you'll slice your finger off. Because you're forcing it rather than it going shoot on the. And but there's also I looked further into that. There's different knives, there's different applications, and when you're learning to cook, you only really need 3 different types of knives. You don't need 20. But that's part of my journey is I'm going to be learning to cook, but I'm going to be exploring these tools that I learned how to use, and post that on the internet. Uh, and just see what people's opinions are and just see some been my experience. Um, that that's something here's part of the growth factor and in for me being less sanitary, um, and actually being functional. Uh, what came the most shocking to me about my life is literally I do a lot. But if you think about it, the biggest thing it's not just me who's the problem, but other people have are just sedentary. They go to the job and they sit and they sit and they sit. And it's a killer. And I want to be someone to show I can learn something new. I can learn improve my skills. I can help teach something I've learned, or not maybe not teach, but show what I've learned and see how it can be applied to you losing weight. Because here's the truth, we've all seen those shows about, oh, you get the ab crunch or whatever else, and it works great in abs. It's a fad, it's not truth. I read so far so many books about nutrition, not about losing weight, just more about nutrition. That there's actually a mathematical formula, which I'll talk about in another video, um, that actually breaks down what you need to eat over a certain period of time, depending on your age, depending on your height, your current weight, and what you're eating and what options you have. Because let's face the truth, most people, their options are fast food or some version of healthy food at a premium here if they don't bring it from home. And then I looked into it further and I said, well, heck, if you actually do your homework, you'll find actually you'll spend less money buying getting the healthier food and then bringing it from home on the just doing a little bit an hour's worth of work about putting the little Tupperware things and taking them to work and then meeting your caloric. Now I know it's boring. It's really boring. I agree. But here's what you're looking at. When you have a doctor saying you're going to lose body parts if you don't do this or you're going to die, worst case scenario, um That's one hell of a prognosis. That's just you're screwed. You have no choice. You have to do this. And you have to go forward. And I thought, and I've actually been preparing for this. I meant to get a few other things like Adobe running, and everything. I just didn't complete everything I wanted to. But yeah, see, I got the mic and everything else for vlogging and blogs and everything else. But the real point uh, is that you have to have faith, and it's not losing weight is not gonna come fast. I know, and it's hard. You see, like, pictures just today, Britney Spears with her 8 pack abs doing the splits in the gym. Well, people, she's been doing it for 20 plus years, and that's her career, that's her job. So I expect her to be that good on that. But then you're like, oh, I can't do it. Oh, I can't do it. And that's the wrong attitude. Because I can't. That's a complainer's attitude. I can't make that excuse. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, my attitude is I gotta do it. I gotta learn because if I don't, no one else is gonna help me, and no one else is gonna teach you. But hopefully, I can teach some other things and bring some other things to the world that with my journey about losing this weight and just being a better eater, a better maybe even a better person. Um, and just see how things go for people, including myself. It's it's hard to tell people when something like this is happening because it's quite humiliating. When you say with the rabid nature of the internet, where it's hey you freaking pig, or you're huge, or this, or just the body shaming. And I said, yeah, you know what? You're right. I am. And I got to do something about it. And I'm going to do something about it. And if I don't on that, then you know what? Your joke, haha, you're right. I'm lazy. If I do, then you know what? You have no room to complain. You have absolutely no room to complain on that. And there's no room for those jokes of body shaming and those trolls. And that's what you're exposing yourself. So it's just some of the things I'm gonna do. Now I had another channel, Gorilla Gordon, and I lost control of that channel. I lost all the access, and Google won't give it up, and it's just kind of lost. So this is the YouTube channel. Everything else I have on there, but it's just kind of a short introduction. You get to know me. My plan is simply I'm gonna be on Shakeology, which I have Shakeology, and I'm gonna actually do unboxing of that in another video probably tonight, so you can see what's in there when you get your first order of Shakeology. And then I'm gonna be doing starting some gentle things such as jogging, getting some stamina going, and trying to lose weight and try to just eat better so I could start building up some stamina. Then I think the program that I'll be doing first is size with the Beachbody, because with size, the one thing I noticed just watching a few videos that I said there's not a lot of jumping, where Insanity there's a lot of jumping, and honestly, I don't think my knees can hang on it. But who knows? Maybe after size, maybe I can do it. Uh, but anyway, that's my plan. So this is just a little small introduction, but I hope everyone can understand and like what they see so far, and just tune in the channel, tune into the Beachbody, and just let me know what you think. And just go from there. Anyways, Gorilla Gordon, I'll talk to you all later.